So yeah, it was literally wargaming and scary movies all weekend. And then today, to celebrate my birthday early, my wife surprised me, took me out to Fredericksburg, and we pull up on this property, and it's Fredericksburg. And the property straight up looks like any of the other wineries out there. Like we pulled up, it was a gate, there was like some outdoor covered buildings and like some other stuff that was around. I was like, oh, this is going to be dope. But the weird cryptic clue that I got was you have an appointment at 10:30, there may be llamas, and then there will be wine drinking and tapas and an art exhibit. So we pull up to this thing and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. So it's going to be like wine tasting and llamas, which I was still 100% down for because I was like, fucking day drinking and llamas?
Yeah.
All right. So we're sitting there, and as you do when you've been around it long enough, you start pinpointing details in your environment, right? So I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking center, da-da-da-da-da, and in the distance, I see this van. And on the van is a full-on fucking elephant looking like it's walking out of the van door. I'm sitting there and I look at that, and then I look at the gate, and the gate's got a fucking elephant that's sealing the gate shut and shit. And I went,
like, huh.
Are we motherfucking meeting elephants? And I like shouted at her in the middle of the car. I'm like yelling at my wife. And she's like, yeah, baby, you're meeting elephants today. I turned into a 7-year-old with a Toys R Us catalog at Christmas. It was nuts.
So it's like I akin it to that time those NASA dudes came in and gave us those patches.
Yeah, no, it was that. I became a 7-year-old trapped in a middle-aged man's body.
Yeah.
Like, and I was sitting there, and it was still like 20 minutes till the gates were going to open till we could get in. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching the toddler that's in the car in front of us waiting, like dancing and jiving around, and I'm doing the same thing in our car. Like there was no fucking difference at all. I have a thing for elephants, and I have for years.
Yeah.
I've got elephant statues. I've got elephant like books. I've read stories that just included elephants. Like I just have a thing for elephants. I know strange elephant trivia that average people shouldn't fucking know. Like,
all right.
Like it's fucking like, did you know elephants can't run?
Yeah.
They can trot, like they can walk really quickly, but they can't run. Because the definition of running is moving at a state of pace to where both feet will leave the ground at some point. Elephants can't do that due to their weight. If they came down from a full run, an elephant's weight would actually break their own legs at a full run. So they don't run. They have a 2-year gestation period. Elephants are pregnant for 2 years before they have their kid. They eat 200 pounds a day. That's on average, 200 pounds a day.
Now, which do you prefer, African or Asian?
So they're
elephants?
actually two different species.
Yeah. They're still elephants, though.
They're still elephants, but they're two different species. So Asian elephants are actually descendant from mammoths.
That's racist.
And African elephants are actually descendant from mastodons.
Okay.
And that's why Asian elephants still have hair on them, whereas African elephants are hairless.
So which
or
do you
like
prefer?
very minimal hair. For the calm display of power, I like African elephants, but Asian elephants are the ones that are far more. Asian elephants are the ones that they say that view humans like puppies.
Yeah.
So Asian elephants, when they see humans, it's literally the same synapse firing that happens when humans see puppies.
Oh.
So when an elephant sees humans, they're just like, "Oh, she's so fucking cute," and he just like.
So they like us.
Yeah. So they love people.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that you typically get to interact with.
Yeah.
African elephants, though, are the ones that get up to like, 12 meters tall and are like 14
massive.
tons and like can rip giant trees out by the roots and
Like,
all that kind of stuff.
Those are the Jungle Book elephants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Still traveling herds just like Asians do.
Which is weird because the Jungle Book is supposed to take place in India.
Which would have been Asian elephants.
Which would have been Asian elephants. So I call bullshit on this. Yes. Also, why was there a grizzly bear there?
Lion King elephants.
It just doesn't make sense. All right. Balloons not supposed to be there.
Lion King elephants are probably closer to.
Yeah. That's Africa.
That's African elephants. Which I've actually seen wild African elephants when I was in Zambia.
Same.
That was a hell of an experience.
Yeah.
And you realize just how tiny you are when like 10 tons of animal is looking back at you.
Because you see the big ones.
And you're just like
San Antonio Zoo's got a couple.
Shit.
San Antonio Zoo's got a couple African elephants.
But the captivity elephants are.
They're not that big. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're not little.
Well, the thing is a small Asian elephant is 8,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Like
dense, man. They're dense little fuckers.
Yeah. I mean, like it's 8,000 pounds. And they can still like lay down and pop back up and like do headstands and shit. Like they're bonkers, but